Alright, who do I need to tell about the Penguin streaming on Max? Everyone's talking about it, and it's getting great reviews. Tell me why you aren't watching. I know it ain't the cast. In the first 2 episodes, Colin Farrell is in the main role, sacrificing his sanity under 10 pounds of makeup and prosthetics. Oswald Cobb is attempting to manifest every picture on his dream board, and he isn't going to let things like loyalty or murder stop him from climbing to the top. He might seem like a low-level schmuck, but the gears in his head and the knives in his enemy's back are always turning. Kristen Milioti brings an intensity to the screen threatening to steal the show. Her portrayal of psychotic mob princess Sophia Falcone makes you ask, did HBO just hire a real crazy person? Because I'm pretty sure that's exploitation. Upon her return from Arkham Asylum, she white-knuckles her hold on sanity in every scene. I'm waiting with giddy anticipation for her explosive relapse. But we all know what they say about the crazy ones, right? They kill you. The rest of the cast is made up of powerhouses like Clancy Brown, Michael Kelly, and, let me pronounce it, Shara Did I get it close? Shara Agdashlu. I've heard her say it herself that way. Everyone in this series falls somewhere on the bad guy scale between 1 and you son of a bitch! You can humanize a villain, but villains they remain. I find myself rooting for Oswald to slip through the fingers of those who would see him dead. And this is in spite of the fact that he's a duplicitous, murderous, low-down piece of shit that literally only his mother could love. In the first episode, Oswald takes out the yet-to-be-crowned new king of Gotham before he can even take the throne. Because of his impulsive nature, he must now cover up a murder under the cover of night, removing all traces he was even there. Unfortunately, his car is in the process of being broken into by a bunch of thugs. It's often said that writers put their characters in a corner in order to write their way out of it in a convincing, plausible manner. This is a constant occurrence in the Penguin. He has to get out of being seen in the night of the crime, and then he has to get out of the fact that he's been put face to face with the very person that saw him. He uses information he shouldn't have, only to be walked in on by the very person who knows it's a secret. What do you do when you're the low man on the totem pole and you just incriminated yourself in front of a homicidal maniac? You lie, and lie again, with the straightest face you can muster under threat of being straight-razored, asshole to appetite. I don't want to reveal all the ins and outs for those who are still catching up on the series, but if you ever wondered how a piano wire cuts through a fat man, the answer might surprise you. It won't, it's easy. The piano wire cuts through a fat man very easy. I hope it's no spoiler that Oswald survives to the 2nd episode. You never know with HBO. Oswald's overarching plan is to pit the 2 largest crime families, the Maronis and the Falcones, against one another and somehow come out on top of the pile of dead bodies. All the while he cozies up to Sophia in an initiative to make her the head of the Falcones, taking out the old heads who've pushed her to the sidelines as though she's a nuisance. Strangely enough, they talk to her as though they've forgotten she's killed 7 people. Well, in the end, I'm sure it'll all work out. By the end of this episode, Oswald once again finds himself with blood on his hands, when his ploy to pin his troubles on another member of Team Falcone must be abandoned prematurely. His hired hand, Victor, played by Renzi Feliz, has yet to gain a tolerance for the acts that must be performed in this business, often coming up short on his side of the plan. Vic doesn't quite understand that failing to execute Oswald's plans to the letter could have them both in a shallow grave. This will earn him a stern talking to by the Penguin at the end of the episode, while disposing of this week's bodies. I'm calling it now, I said it first. This season will have maybe one relatively weak episode amidst an awesome freshman season, and end with an oh shit moment, the likes of which we haven't seen since well, what's the last awesome thing that HBO put out? Oh yeah, Damn They're Everything. And now, a word from the detractor. This isn't even a comic book show. It's just Sopranos light with a fresh coat of paint and a Batman sticker slapped on top of it. If you change the characters' names, I bet it's unrecognizable as a DC product. Typical. We might only be 2 episodes in, but the Penguin has already proven itself to be anything but typical, regardless of how you think of it fitting into a world that also possesses the Batman. I wonder if it would make naysayers feel better if there were constant call-outs and member berries strewn throughout Gotham to remind everyone that this is Gotham. I myself am not the type to forget what I am watching every time I don't see people in tights. Batman is supposed to be an unexpected creature of the night that moves in the shadows. He's always supposed to be the thing of nightmares, driving superstition from his eerie mystique. I'm of the opinion that he shouldn't be showing up at the front of the Iceberg Lounge in the first place. But I digress. Everyone within the sound of my voice should be watching the Penguin. The only excuse would be you can't afford Max and you would never think of bootlegging. Winking works better without the glasses on. If I find out you have a Max subscription and have been sleeping on the Penguin, you better look to the shadows, alright, cause I'll be there with weapons in hand, prepared to execute contracts. Anyway, this has been an impromptu episode of Yo Bro Shinobi. As for the next time you need your entertainment news or movie reviews, smash the like button and back it!